Hello, Assalamu alaikum. I'm Muhammad Harun and this is Muhammad Munib and we are team at here. Our aim is to raise awareness about mental health and the impact it has on the mental well-being of our youth. Before we start with the questions, can you give a brief introduction about yourself?
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Anshi. I'm a clinical psychologist and a senior lecturer at the University of Central Punjab. I have been in the field for like 9 years. I started my journey with working for autism, and then I started doing the therapies for the parents, and that's how I stepped into the world of adult psychopathology along with special needs. And from past 6 years, I have been actively working as a clinical psychologist for adults also, and I have also some expertise in training. I have been involved in training youth for their emotional intelligence, inter and intrapersonal issues, and other mental well-being challenges.
That's great. That's great to hear. So moving on to the questions, my first question to you would be, according to your experience, how would you describe the overall impact of social media on the mental health of young people?
Social media for the past some time has been very active and also actively affecting our youth. To be very specific, the young adults, as they are more into the social media and the accounts they have on social media, so their not only mental well, also their physical health is impacted, like the focus, the control, the concentration, and lately this concept of shorts and reels has specifically impacted the time span of the individuals scrolling through the social media. Anything that is more than 15 seconds or 20 seconds is now appear to be boring, so the attention span has been affected greatly.
Okay, that's great. Moving on, what are, in your opinion, the biggest ways social media has affected young people's physical well-being?
As the physical well-being is concerned, because a lot of time is now spent on social media, online, so the sleep hygiene has been affected a lot, because if you go in a little detail, our sleep have 3 parts: the early sleep, the middle sleep, and the deep sleep. We go to sleep quite late, so which is why the sleep hygiene is compromised. And secondly, due to the laziness and the relaxed impact, so many of the young adults, they are holding on to their urination and are involved, and the UTIs are very prevalent because we are too lazy to move and go to toilet. So the UTIs and the consumption of water, it is correlated, and there are many researches online which is highlighting this area.
Okay. How do popular social media platforms affect young people's self-esteem?
Self-esteem, yes. The self-esteem is also having an impact. Currently, 2 of my students are also doing research on this. The self-image, the self-perception, the self-body image, perceived stress level, your self-confidence. All these major areas of self-esteem are impacted because there is a comparison, the wants, the desires, and the perception to fit in a specific criteria. Social media is directly impacting that.
Okay. Moving on, what advice would you give to young people to keep themselves from suffering due to social media?
Social media in this era is unavoidable, but what we can do is we can balance the consumption of the social media. If you are engaged in random free scrolling, do also indulge into scrolling that is beneficial for your self-esteem, to boost your self-image, your self-perception, your self-worth. So if we create a balance of the content we are watching, so I think a balanced mental health can be achieved.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so my name is Muhammad Munib, and my question to you is, what are the signs that an individual is getting harmed by the excessive use of social media?
The signs which are highlighted or can be seen on the surface are again loss of interest. The young adults, when they are into their social media routine, they have loss of interest. A general loss of interest, which is one of the core symptoms of depression and other disorders mentioned in DSM. Because they are just indulged and hooked to their social media, they don't want to do other activities. So the loss of appetite is there, loss of interest is there, the physical mobility, there's a lack of it. So many such factors which are correlated are contributing towards it.
Okay, so moving on. In your opinion, what aspect of social media has the most significant impact on young people's mental health?
It is quite difficult to highlight the significance because there are different themes. We have highlighted some of the themes of self, which were also part of your questions. There are other things like the academic learning because social media and the social media influencers and the other side of social media is promoting or directly, indirectly, consciously or unconsciously some non-academic goals that you can be famous, you can do well and otherwise. So the academic learning is also compromising.
Okay, so next. In your opinion, what approximate age group is most affected by social media?
The approximate age as per the statistic of our culture, of our country, from 15 onwards, because currently we don't have any legal law or policy which is monitoring your age of signing up and making a social media account. So the young adults, the early adolescence age, so 15 above are mostly affected by it.
Okay. What are some healthy habits that can be implemented to stay mentally well while using social media?
Yeah. Keep your mobility because we are just sitting and scrolling. It is impacting on our it's giving physiological symptoms like of very young children or very young adults. The shoulders are tense, the necks are tense, they are having cervical issues and other physical issues. So keep your mobility, keep yourself hydrated, keep your social media engagement, create a balance of it, and take short breaks.
Okay, so last question. Over the years, has the rise of social media platforms resulted in an increase of mental health issues such as anxiety or depression?
Well, again, it depends on the consumption and the balance you create. It is the need of the era. We cannot survive without it because it is also giving us some of the very much positive advantages. But yes, it has impacted, but there needs to be developed a good balance regarding the content you are engaged in.
Okay, so that's all. Thank you for your insightful responses. Yeah, thank you.